Just put the game
Yeah,
on
just
now.
put the game. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the MCM game stage. We've got a very special guest and gameplay demo this afternoon. Can I first welcome on stage Scott Lee, Art Director from Ubisoft Toronto. Thank you. So, I don't know.
Thank you. I'm going to take a seat. I feel take a seat.
I'll grab a seat as well.
Excellent.
Literally grab one.
Excellent.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
So this is our dedicated stealth run-through, right?
Absolutely. This we're going to attempt stealth. You know, our game is a challenging game, and this is a real live demo. So we're going to do it as best as we can.
Fingers crossed then, right?
Yes, absolutely. What Ray's doing right now is we're taking a look around the hub. Now, for Splinter Cell, this is a big departure. This is brand new. He has a home base. Now, he's the leader for 4th Echelon. He's no longer a lone wolf. This is a big change in our narrative. He's kind of grown. He's kind of a reluctant leader at this point. Now, leaders have teams, and he's going to go chat with one of them.
Briggs, everything okay?
Sure. Just not sure how I'm going to explain Benghazi if I ever transfer back to the CIA.
By the time we're done, it won't even be a memory.
I hope so.
That's all for now.
I need to catch up with Grim. She needs some help running down the lead that Kogan coughed up.
And we're gonna jump right into our abandoned mill map. This is our stealth demo for you. As you can see, it says London, UK, and it's totally authentic. Otherwise, it's my fault.
Here's that update on Vic Cost you asked for.
Thanks.
You know, we wouldn't have to jump through all these government hoops to trace Sadiq if you would just let me hack into MI5.
Then we have an international incident and you rot in Belmarsh prison the rest of your life.
Not if I don't get caught.
Someone gonna fill me in?
We've been chasing those passport numbers you obtained from Nuri. Network analysis, travel heat maps, financial transfers.
Bag-biting analytics.
Just tell me what you dug up.
Nothing. Proof positive that I shouldn't be wasting my time kludging through data mining routines. Holy shit.
The engineers are in London.
Still hate analytics? Nice work, Grim. Are all these people connected to Sadiq?
And each other. It's a sleeper cell. Was. They've been activated.
So how do we play it?
Mode you want to play. So lots of players are going to play single player first. gear up your multiplayer character, and then go in and kick your friend's ass. So it's kind of a cool deal. And there's a difficulty mode that I wanted to show you guys. You have your standard rookie, normal, and realistic. These are things that are familiar to players in the past. We've introduced perfectionist mode, which is our love letter to hardcore stealth players everywhere. It is absolutely hardcore stealth. And it's not simply ramping up difficulty. It's not as simple as that at all. We stripped all of Sam's newer abilities. That means you can't use your vision modes to see through walls. You cannot execute players in the mark and execute mechanic. You cannot attack anybody hand-to-hand from the front. You have to stealth it from behind. And it is one-shot, one-kill, which means that you have to play these maps stealth, otherwise you'd never make it through. Now, Ray is not going to play it perfection for you today.
Are you sure? I don't know.
No, he's not mad enough, I don't think. No, he is. It's just going to take like 3 hours to play through this, so we're going to play on normal for you. Let's jump in.
Intelligence. He may still have friends on the inside.
We sound an alarm and he'll run before we get close.
Looks like they're holed up in an abandoned mill.
It's right on the water. Multiple points for sniper cover.
I'll pull a plan together.
Charlie, back her up. Briggs,
Right here.
we got a mission. I want you on Overwatch.
On my way.
You can completely change your op suit. You have all these different types of gear, and this stuff's not purely cosmetic. If you choose our preset loadout here in this case, this is a pure stealth outfit. It'll make you quieter, but it's less protective. But you can also carry more gadgets, which is a big part of us being able to play stealth. And we'll surprise you a little bit later with one of our new gadgets. We're going to demonstrate that for you, but we're going to launch with loadout B.
So can you give us a bit of background into this mission then? What's Sam got to do?
Yes. So this mission actually takes place in the second half of the game.
Approaching the mill.
The operatives who used Nuri's stolen passports are holed up inside.
Dug up some old blueprints. This place used to be a flour mill, so if you look in the north wing, there's a freight elevator. Roger that.
Thrown you halfway past the game, so this is a little more of an advanced mission. Fourth Echelon has spotted some suspicious activity on the abandoned mill. On the banks of the Thames River. Here's an example of one of our enemy architects, that's a sniper. And that was a non-lethal takedown. As we go, I'll tell you a little bit about our animation system. You know, I think one of the biggest advances we've made with Blacklist is really in our in-game animation. You know, Sam moves very smoothly. You know, he's definitely more athletic. But really, for the player, what that means is that you have very, very precise control over Sam's movements. There you go. That was an example of your sonar vision.
Sniper 1 continued. Everything's clear.
Now, with these animations, we've also added a lot of very specific takedown animation, basically based on the kind of gameplay style you choose. So if you go lethal, Sam will take out his Karambit, his brand new knife, and he'll actually take people out with a knife in various different moves. So if you approach from the front, from the back, from the side, whether you're standing, whether you're sitting, and whether the position of the enemy is different, you're going to get a different animation every single time. And of course, if you play a non-lethal, you'll have a completely brand new set of animations that involve choking them out or knocking them out.
Are you a stealth man or an action man?
I am definitely a stealth guy. I do poorly with kind of frantic shooters. Basically, what you're seeing here is Ray kind of, you know, using the shadows. In the shadows, are Sam's friend. As you all know, the Splinter Cell and shadows go hand in hand. And as long as you remain in the shadows, enemies can't detect you. You will have an indicator on you, letting you know that you're hidden in shadow.
Sniper 1 here. Everything looks
a
normal.
nice view of London coming up here. Great doing well. Good.
So what kind of research did you do into the environment? I mean, did you get to London and take photos and stuff like that?
I came to London now.
Oh, brilliant.
We actually have a lot of people from the UK who are on our dev team, and they were consultants. As you can tell by some of the, if you listen carefully, you're going to hear some very authentic Cockney accents for these bad guys. Yeah.
This is Sniper 1. We're all clear.
What a nice view. We have approaches to any situation. You can breach this interior from a number of different areas. See, spotted another enemy.
Sniper 1 can come in. Everything's clear.
That's a restock, right?
Yeah, so we have weapon caches all over the place, and you can stock up.
Sam, I don't like this. We ID'd the men Nuri sent here, and they aren't just muscle.
Can you give me specifics?
We're looking at specialists. Chemical engineers, snipers, tech operatives.
You listen carefully, that's
Sounds like an all-star team.
I guess you can add professional drivers to that list. SMI's been tracking the truck since it left the mill, hit every tunnel in the city, and swapped vehicles more than once.
We lost it.
Their cargo must be connected to the next attack.
Charlie, is there any way you can confirm?
Well, I mean...
I'll take that as a no.
We brought that back. We're going to show you an example of one of our stealth gadgets. This is a sticky...
Come off it, that was never offside. What that? Some game from South America. Never heard of it.
And what the sticky cam can do is you can launch it, you can attach it to any kind of point that is within range of scoring. And you can see everything from behind, so you can mark enemies. You can take a look forward and see what you are facing. Now, this gadget can also become lethal or non-lethal gadget for you. So you can upgrade this thing, you can add a shocker to it, you can add a noise maker to it to attract enemies. There's a lot of flexibility. So Ray's found a nice little safe hiding spot, and he's going to demonstrate another one of our non-lethal stealth gadgets for you. This is the Prime Rotor. Now the Prime Rotor is a small miniature drone, and you can fit it with some offensive measures. In this case, he's got a sticky shocker attached to it. Now the beauty of this is that you can fly through areas that the player can't go, like little narrow crevices in between pipes. In essence, you're still a player, so that you can easily get detected while you're playing the drone. So you have to watch out for the enemy still. The character that you see highlighted is another one of our enemy archetypes. He's the tech archetype, and he launches mini drones that crawl on the ground, and if they get within your vicinity,
what's that?
you'll,
Did I just see a drone?
enemy. He no longer launches drones, which are kind of rotary grenades, so it makes this map a little bit
stay
easier
here and keep an eye out.
I don't have anything.
But despite being deserted, you're still going stealth, right?
And what you can do is you can use the channel to your advantage, and we'll give you a little example of that here. All the lights in Blacklist are dynamic. Basically, you can shoot them, you can EMP them, you can actually turn them off if there's a switch. So in this case, playing with the light, turn the light off. Enemies can come and investigate, and you can create your own channel.
What?
So that enemies can't see you when they're going there. And you can see he came by.
Hey there.
But he turned it back on.
Hey, you.
There's something wrong with it.
Looky here.
You kidding me? Couldn't find anything.
All right, keep looking.
Now, in Splinter Cell, it's really important that you, when you take out enemies, you do it discreetly because if enemies are discovered by one of his compatriots, they're going to go on a list.
Watch out, boy. He's still here.
Now, this area is a very good example of
Somewhere.
design philosophy on Blacklist. As you can see, it's a full open space. It's much more sandboxy than we've ever had in Splinter Cell in the past. You have multiple approaches.
Still looking, but I haven't found it yet.
You can go outside, you can hide, you can take enemies out from windows, you can find pipes on the outside, you can come back in on any side of this building, and then sort of make your way through. You have an upstairs, you have downstairs, and players, they get detected. We encourage players to explore, and you'll be rewarded with some secondary objectives. Get out of there. Nicely done. Nicely done. Yes.
That's good recovery.
Another truck is leaving.
I see it. Try not to lose this one, son. Oh, humor. That's what we want you.
Do what you can. I'm heading to the loading bay.
And that was a non-lethal takedown, by the way. He's still alive. He looks like an yeah.
So if you wanted to, could you sneak through the whole level without being seen?
Absolutely. You can in fact bypass every single one of these enemies. And of course, this is Splinter Cell, which means that you can go through the entire game without killing a single individual. You may have to knock them out from time to time, but you can definitely do that.
Have you ever met the man?
Once.
We can have you drop down if you want.
Scared the hell out of me.
You were there when it went down in that car.
He's scared. You just look in his eyes.
Heads up!
Another example of one of our brand new stealth gadgets. That was sleeping gas. So basically, what he did, that was a heavy archetype. He's very difficult to defeat. You can't ever attack him from the front, and he shoots you a couple times and you're dead. So he used sleeping gas on the two flanking enemies and took out the heavy from up top.
Grim, I'm in the central office. Whoever left here did it in a hurry. Got files from Iran. Looks like Quds Force.
Might explain why they had eyes on Nuri.
Scanning now.
If you wanted evidence Iran was behind the Blacklist, we just found it.
Get these over to Caldwell ASAP.
Obviously, we're not really doing a whole lot about it, but Sam has come to London to investigate a lead.
Grim, take a look at this.
They're mapping projected kill zones for an attack.
What is it? Nuke? Dirty bomb?
Hard to say.
Sending you a shipping manifest.
This the last lot? Yeah, that's all of it.
Right, rally everyone. We're pulling the plug.
Looks like the last shipment is about to leave. Negative.
Reposition brakes
They're only
haven't disabled
transferring
the
their
truck.
destination. We put a tracker in their cargo.
They're in hazmat suits. You don't know what you're dealing with.
Probably trained before us.
If a single guard spots you, it's all over.
Forget who you're talking to.
And right here, this actually leads you to a stealth-only part of this map that is extremely difficult to finish. And we're probably going to end the physical demo right here. Yeah, and Ray's pretty happy about that. That's super tough. It's a little bit of a sneak peek at what you got to look forward to.
Okay, should we open it up to the audience for the questions?
Yes, for sure.
Brilliant. Can we get a clap for Ray? That was fairly stealthy. Well done, Ray. Brilliant.
Ray, well done.
Right, I'm wandering down. Anybody got any questions? Oh, look at that. Nice and easy.
I noticed there was a different voice actor for Sam Fisher.
Yes.
What was the reason that made you decide to change the voice actor?
So the new voice actor, his name is Eric Johnson, and he's a veteran television actor. He's done a lot of shows and things like that. Now you know, this is a really tough decision, and this is something that, you know, the company didn't take lightly. Obviously, this is, you know, it's kind of a lightning rod for people's opinions, and me personally, being a fan of Splinter Cell games in the past, it affected me as well. You know, it was a real tough decision for us to make. Ubisoft invested in performance capture technology. We at Ubisoft Toronto, we have a brand new state-of-the-art facility built on the premises. It's what performance capture is something way beyond motion capture. We capture body mocap, facial mocap, voice, all in the same shot, which is something that is only done in movies. It's a brand new technology. Very few video games do it. Not only that, we have all of the actors actually acting in the same scene at the same time, and that's traditionally not done either. Usually, you know, things are done separately and they're glued together. Now all that stuff, what that means is that we really needed to capture the performance right there. You know, we try to emulate facial features of the actual actor into the faces. We've done all of these things, you know, in order to get a realistic performance. You know, what that meant was we had to kind of move on and you know, make some hard choices. And you know, it's tough. It's tough because, you know, we have to really kind of advance what we're doing in terms of, you know, graphics and all that. But you know, we have to lose a fan favorite, and I'm super sad about that as well. So I hope that answers your question.
Will you be able to retrieve gadgets other than ammo caches?
And the question was, are you going to be able to retrieve
gadgets from the ammo caches?
Yes, you can. Yeah, the ammo caches for sure. You can restock your gadgets, and you can upgrade your ammo caches as well, so that if you upgrade some parts of your plane, there's customization on the plane as well. You will unlock the ability to upgrade your actual ammo caches, meaning that you'll have access to more than just your gadgets. That's going to be an interesting thing.
Okay.
In the multiplayer in Spies vs. Mercs, has much changed since Chaos Theory in terms of weapons, gadgets, or the actual game type itself?
Yeah, you know, one of the big things with Chaos Theory and Spies vs. Mercs in it was so perfect that we really wanted to bring that back. Us being fans of the game, we wanted to bring that back. So there's classic Spies vs. Mercs, where you play 2-on-2, it's exactly like Chaos Theory, and so we wanted to preserve that, and it was kind of us doing it for ourselves, to be honest with you, but we know the fans will love it too, so we have that. But in the Blacklist, Spies vs. Mercs, it's 4-on-4, and yes, things have advanced. Yeah, I mean, you know, we want to cater to people who play modern adversarial games, right? Multiplayer modes are super competitive. It's lots of fun stuff. You know, our game is very unique. I think we have a real advantage, to be honest with you, in terms of multiplayer. We have, as you guys know, and if you guys don't know, Spies vs. Mercs is an asymmetric multiplayer. You can play as a spy. That's a third-person player, or you can play as a merc and as a first-person shooter. They have different abilities. The spies can have the access to lots of different gadgets. Mercs do as well, but mercs have heavier weapons and they're better protected. Spies have all the abilities that Sam Fisher has, so he can climb, you can hang upside down, all this stuff. Mercs don't, but mercs are pretty fierce and they can take a lot more shots. It's super fun. I can't tell you how excited I am to bring all this out to you. We had to hold our tongue for a long time because we weren't allowed to reveal it. It's been revealed, and I hope that answers your question. Yeah, you can have lots of gadgets, and the big point also is that all the gadgets, the vision modes, all these different things are actually unique to multiplayer. So you're going to see a whole new set of things that are different from single player.
Brilliant.
Hey, I just want to know, is the story meant to be a direct continuation from Conviction, or is it more solo?
It is. So one of the things is that in Splinter Cell, they do change things from every iteration, right? So like Sam has changed a little bit over every game, but they've always kind of had a nod to the history by having some continuity in the story, whether it be a returning character or whatever it might be. And yes, definitely, we're continuing that tradition. So it takes place about 6 months after Conviction. It begins with Sam, in the kind of state he is after all the goings on in Conviction. There was a very dramatic ending there. Lots of kind of betrayal and all this stuff. So we kind of enter at that point, and we reintroduce characters from Splinter's past and also from Conviction. Tobin makes a return. If you guys come back tomorrow, you can see a demonstration where Sam goes into rescue Tobin in Libya.
The action run through.
Yes.
Questions? There's a question.
How much has the combat system changed from the last one?
That's a good question. Well, we've definitely kind of made things smoother. I think that's my best way to explain exactly what we're trying to do. There's nothing more frustrating than having a game that's as challenging as our game is and being stuck somewhere when you're trying to, sneak past somebody and literally the flick of a thumb, makes all the difference in whether you're going to be detected or not, right? So, it really starts off with a brand new animation system. It's fluid, it's smooth, it's all one motion so that you don't have to go walk up to something, get a prompt, press another button to engage in another action, something like that. All that stuff kind of flows together. Now that all together comes through and it kind of steps up from there when it comes to the combat system. We brought back Mark and Execute. You cannot use that in Perfectionist mode, but you can use Mark and Execute, and we've kind of revamped it. It's become something we call killing in motion. So basically, the player does not stop moving if you do Mark and Execute. It's not a canned animation. You're in full motion. The key to this, of course, is that Mark and Execute is actually it's a stealth mechanic in a way. What you're trying to do is you're trying to use a silenced weapon to take multiple enemies out without being noticed, right? So if you took 2 guys out and a 3rd guy sees you, you can be detected. So if you take all these guys out and then keep moving and then jump into cover once you get out of that move, you won't be detected. So it's really a really important tool to keeping the game flow going.
The Perfectionist in multiplayer, and if so, what happens if one of your teammates dies?
What's that? Sorry.
Is Perfectionist mode in multiplayer?
The difficulty modes that you see here are specific to single player. In multiplayer, you're going to have your own set of difficulties. Yeah.
Just walking around here. There we go.
Is there split screen multiplayer?
Sorry again?
Is the split screen multiplayer?
Yes, it is split screen multiplayer.
Yeah. That's good. Another one? Split screen. How many players? Split screen.
Well, 2 players.